Hi guys, DJ Bonebreaker here, and I decided to start a new Minecraft series called the Múul Chronicles. This is a bit different than most your typical Minecraft series because instead of starting out like at the beginning, you know, day one, where you have like nothing and then building up and everything, I decided to start out once I got my main base finished and then go from there and chronicle my attempt to spread the light of civilization, both literally and figuratively, across the world of Minecraftia and reclaim the wilderness from the mobs. Now here's what I've got explored so far in ye old map room. Each quadrant of these maps is a full-size map, so that's 2048 meters by 2048 meters on each of these. I haven't really explored that much. Well, technically I've explored somewhat at this top edge of this one, but I didn't have this map yet when I was exploring this map, so that's why none of this is filled in along the border here. But anyways, this large stone rectangular thingy here on the map is my main base, the not so ancient Mayan city-state of Múul, meaning two bulky or massive pyramids or artificial mounds, which the base kind of does look like it's built on two artificial mounds. Technically, I took a natural hill and carved it up into like the pyramid base that a lot of kind of like pyramid base looking thing that a lot of Mayan cities are built on. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Sorry, my cat was being bad. Anyways, I was initially thinking about giving up and starting over with like a whole new world when I first started building this base, because I explored this entire 2048 by 2048 map, found nothing but like swamps, a few extreme hills biomes, some forests, you know, dark oak forests and such like that, and mostly just freaking swamps. Like all this area here, green wet area, this one here, and this down here is massive swamps. I did find like 2 witch huts in this swamp, so I was able to steal their cauldrons and after I killed the witches. But there's like no NPC villages. Haven't been able to find any mine shafts or any other points of interest elsewhere. Of course, I was just doing a cursory surface exploration. I was running around. So I might try to do a bit more in-depth one at some point, you know, when I go exploring further north, or maybe establish a base like in this plains biome here or whatever. But then I made this eastern quadrant map here and sailed across the sea, and I found NPC villages here. I think I found another one here, one here. There's like one in this desert over here, something like that, or maybe right near this desert pyramid is. I found like 2 or 3 desert pyramids. I found like there's that big square thing's a desert pyramid, and then there's like another one somewhere around here-ish, and then there's one here, and there's an NPC village here, an NPC village here, and I think there might be another taiga biome NPC village up here. And I mean, I didn't find not a single ocean monument in this part of the ocean, but when I started exploring south, I found like at least half a dozen ocean monuments in this section of ocean here, including one that I think is either like here or here, is on the Ocean Explorer map that I bought from villagers, which is why I decided to do an ocean-only exploration in southwest quadrant. I made this map last and decided to completely explore it, and it was a good thing I did, because I started basically just did like a coastal exploration up here, and then just went overland through here, and then discovered on the other side of this taiga biome here, there's like a river that comes out in this bay, is ginormous jungle biome that stretches past this plains biome here, down here, goes all the way down, and off to this furthermost southeast corner of the map here is a jungle temple, which I completely looted, lit up and everything, and put doors on it so I can turn it into a base real quick whenever I get around to it. But anyways, time to give you a tour of the rest of this pyramid here. Yeah, this pyramid took me several days in-game, well, took me a couple in-game weeks, several real-world days to build this entire thing. But that's my bedroom. Got my chest that has my banners, my signs, and all my maps, my copies of maps. These maps correspond to the four in each quadrant, so northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. And this is the, yeah, these are maps I bought from my NPC villagers. Yeah, this is a Woodland Explorer map. As you can see, it's probably off the southwest corner of the southwest quadrant map, based on how small the dot is to the northeast of it. But there's a woodland mansion. That's one of my goals, is to take over that mansion and turn it into like a massive fortified base. Don't know if I want to, consider it's in the middle of the dark forest, I don't know if I want to turn it into a NPC village or just like a, you know, massive outpost. And the other map, which like I said, I'm pretty sure I know where this one is not too far to the southwest, is a ocean monument. Now, I'm debating about for my next episode to either show how my easy peasy way of conquering ocean monuments without needing a crap load of underwater breathing potions and all that fun stuff, or go to the east, either to this NPC village here, or perhaps this one, or maybe this one here, and turn it into like a additional base, and chronicle my, you know, improving their houses, leveling off the terrain and everything, walling it off and all that fun stuff. But anyways, this is my enchanting library I use for enchanting stuff. My suit armor racks. This has some like my old armor, some, you know, gold armor dropped off mobs. I'm trying to get like a full suit of leather armor to put on, black leather armor put on both these stands, just because it looks cool. This is like my other bed, so I keep all my seeds. This is just an empty room right now. It's my jukebox. Oh yeah, that's right, where to put my records. Yeah, I know, I'm not going to play anything right now. I don't feel like it. But yeah, this ladders will take you down to the lower floor, which is actually the ground floor of the pyramid. Got my stones and wood storage, farm stuff storage, dirt, sand, and gravel storage, dirt storage, dirt and zombie flesh storage. By the way, all this dirt came from tunneling out the hill that I built the pyramid on, leveling it off, and then cutting it back to where I have the pyramid in the city. This is my fully automated smeltery, which I use my blocks of coal for smelting massive amounts of stone and other stuff. And this is my brewery, where I have my water source, my potions, keep my enchanted books. I should probably make a few more of those, because I'm like level 37. Yeah, this cauldron and the one I have sitting out here, I stole from witches' huts after relieving the former owners of them. And this is for whenever I finally get in Elytra. It's a duration 3 rocket with no star on it, so I can use it for boosting my flight. And this is like my standard signal rocket, which I'll show you whenever I get around it. You know what? I'm gonna show you the underground. Actually, no, I'm gonna show you this much the underground. This goes all the way down to diamond level. And I have this typical, this is my standard pattern from Mineshaft. And all these zombie sounds you're hearing, you see how it deviates from my standard spiral staircase and how there's this dirt. That's because I tried to go around, but ended up coming out twice into, excuse me, into this massive freaking ravine. As a matter of fact, you can see where there's this dirt blocks up there and there's torches. That place is where I was attempting to see, you know, what the heck I was getting myself into. But for now, I've just decided to not bother too much with this ravine. So this is generally how I do a standard deep mining operation. Is I do with a standard branch mine, like every 2 blocks there I put my side shafts, so I maximize the amount of area that I can reliably cover and make sure I get all the minerals in there. Technique works good for me so far because I've got like 15 diamonds from just this small area right here. Gold, on the other hand, has been in short supply. As a matter of fact, when I cured the first 3 zombie villagers I used to found my village with, it used up my entire stock of gold for a good while until I finally found some more gold in a jungle temple. And this is my nether portal. I always put it underground and keep it locked with this iron door in case the zombie pigmen spawn next to it, which they do have a chance of doing, so that way I can dispose of them and then just, you know, take their gold nuggets or whatever loot. But I'll show you my nether portal outpost. Welcome to my little private slice of heck. This built similar pattern to my standard Mesoamerican pyramids. It's my Mesoamerican style watchtower. Perfect place for sniping off ghasts, and they can't do squat against me because it's all stone. So their fireballs have no effect on it. And then this is my little, like, you know, snipey holes. So I can just even take my bow and just snipe out here. Or if I want to get really fancy, I have these large towers here at the top. Yeah, I'm slowly hello Enderman. Oh yeah, that's right, they can spawn in another now. But yeah, I'm planning on terraforming this like plateau here. Put a layer of like cobblestone underneath the dirt, and then import some grass blocks from that some Endermen were kind enough to drop for me. And, you know, turn that all into a nice little grassy area with flowers and trees and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my highway through heck. Still not quite finished. I need to see about working on that. Probably do that between now and the next video I make. Unless you guys are bored enough that you want to see me make a video finishing up this thing here. But yeah, part of the reason I decided to keep this game going, even when at first it didn't seem like there was much anything interest in the overworld, is this nether fortress is like, you know, practically right next to my base in the nether. And oh, hello, large magma cube. He come to Papa. Actually, technically come to Mama. Since I played. Since I play as a girl in this game. yeah, I guess I'm not gonna be, but yeah, I see my skin's like this kind of generic Japanese schoolgirl. But my ultimate plans are I want to build a road to like the furthest end of this fortress, use it to get to like other areas in the Nether, and maybe turn it into a transportation hub. You know, like build nether portals at strategic locations that come out like about, you know, like 1,000 blocks or so away in the overworld to use it for like rapid transit. But anyways, enough of this place. I'll show you the outside of the pyramid first if it isn't made out. Right, so I'll show you this, the outside first, you know, once I'm done changing the time to daylight. Then I'll show you the underground parts, which there's 2 other side doors leading like a underground layer that's made by carving off the but yeah, this is the original inner ward. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Mr. Enderman. Neener, neener, neener. Come get some. Come get some of this sharpness 3. Looting 2 enchanted diamond sword. Come on, give me these ender pearls. Oh, you prick. You didn't give me any ender pearls. But yeah, this hill originally extended like over to where that smaller hill is. But I just completely carved this whole area into this shape here and then cased it in stone to create the base from the base of my pyramid, and then turned this into a tree farm. The jungle tree is the most recent addition, but as soon as I found like a taiga biome to the not too far to the north, I cut down enough spruce trees to start these giant spruce trees here. But yeah, these are the corner towers for the main fort. This is one of the entrances to the underground area. For each of my towers that actually faces out into the like open, I have these kind of like sally ports to provide additional entrances. This is my cactus farm when I found the desert to the southeast. Let's go on ocean voyage. My cocoa farm, the south entrance to the base, which just empties onto this jetty here. And this is my subterranean boat dock with the lever door. This is my melon farm, so I can be a regular melon farmer. But yeah, this is my standard signal flare rocket. Yeah, this whole area here used to be a natural coastline that I just either filled in or dug down and then turned into like a jetty. As a matter of fact, there's like a narrow river that went through here and like was completely blocked off like right about there. And there's like another like mound. There's like almost like a separate island that I completely demolished, as you can see right here. There used to be a mound on top of this thing here. So instead of having to go around this island, I can now just sail straight through here, and then of course this provides a nice barrier for mobs trying to get in. And these are my tiki torch answers to the standard lampposts they have in Minecraft for the NPC villages, because like I said, I'm going full Mesoamerican style thing. These are outer ward, which has the NPC village watchtowers, which are, as you can see, are 1 story short, and there's the main pyramid in the background there. But yeah, I have like 3 small gates because really there's no point in trying to build a road through all this mess down here. So I'm probably not going to work on building like a major roadway out of this. Oh yeah, I have like a special sound and graphics mod, well not mod, but like texture resource pack from villagers. The resource pack was originally based on a design that I got from this one French website. I haven't been able to find it since, but I've modified most of the villagers' designs heavily, like the librarian types I made look like schoolgirl outfit. Kind of, and I changed the clerics to look like a prince, like almost like Princess Aurora or Princess Peach. And I modified the smiths so they have like shorter skirts and stuff. But I can link the sound pack that was created for the female villager sounds. But yeah, this main entrance with the roadway is gonna go somewhere eventually. Not sure where yet, but yeah, this is the NPC village part. Like, this is a template I came up for, like a kind of like middle class house. Mostly made out of stone, has like 2 flamey things on the roof. And this is like my equivalent of the large houses. You know, the large L-shaped house NPC villages have. The only problem is, you see these villagers here, these are the nitwit, or, you know, no trade villagers. I call them nobles, you know, based on Dwarf Fortress, and like, I started out with like these 2 cartographers here, and that butcher there is my first villagers. Yeah, this butcher right here. And then when they started breeding, after I started putting in these houses, like half their daughters ended up being freaking useless, you know, no trade villagers. I did get 2, well, farmer and fisherman, and some toolsmiths, and toolsmith and armorsmith and weaponsmith. And I think I got a leather worker as well as a butcher. Oh, wait, that's not a leather worker. No, I just got the butcher. Yeah, I'm planning on possibly using like a modified version of the slightly enlarged version of Large House as like the town center of like any natural NPC villages that I take over. Yeah, have like basement for, I don't know, maybe put storage down here, or use that for my furnace rooms, or put the furnaces up here. I don't know. I have to play around with it because I need to have like an all-in-one base. But this is like, you know, equivalent like the smaller peasant houses, and this is equivalent to the smallest ones. Although I'm thinking about, at least for when I'm modifying current NPC villages or maybe making new one, making less of these type of houses, because farming that much wheat to make all this thatch, these hay bales for the thatch, took for freaking ever. And that's with having that huge underground wheat farm. And yeah, I gotta go on, but and then additional wheat farms over here. This originally was a wheat farm here, and so is the farm back here, but the NPC villager farmer decided to replant everything with carrots. I guess they like carrots better than anything else. But yeah, I had these wheat farms. That's the outer area of the city-state of Múul. And yeah, I have like 2 wells in the, like that in the NPC village for like infinite water supply. And this is my sheep farm where I get all my wool. And this is my pig and cow farm where I get all my beef and the raw pork chops I trade to the NPC villagers. And this is my overworld nether wart farm, which I haven't harvested anything in a long time because I have like way too much nether wart. and you still can't convert the blocks back. And my sugarcane farm. It's my vine farm. And down here I have entrance to the stables, which since I'm going down here, this is the whole subterranean part. Have my horses. Yes, I got all these golden armors from the looting temples and nether fortress chests and stuff. And yes, I had to name one of my horses when I got a name tag from one of the. I can't remember if I got the name tag from a chest or if I caught it while I was fishing. But I had to name one of my horses after my favorite pony, just because. And then over on this side, I found out that the skeleton horses from the Four Horsemen, I actually had them spawn right outside my base at one time during lightning storm. I killed one when I was trying to kill the skeleton that was on it, and the other one got blown up by a creeper when I was exploring the Northwest Quadrant map. But I still have 2 skeleton horses left, and I have my llamas. I wish they let you carry more of these stupid llamas, though. But I'm probably going to be loading this llama up onto my boat when I go to set off to do, whatever my next project is, along with loading up the rest of my inventory. But yeah, each of these towers has a basement that leads up into the tower, and they have like these little sally ports so you can peek out, Basically, it gives me a quick way to get around the base without having to go up or down any ladders or whatever until I want to. And this is the subterranean boat dock of Múul, which I also use for fishing at night. A nice secure, area with like 2 deep water thing here. Using my patented stair technique. There you go. Yeah, you can actually jump up from out of the water onto half block. And this goes to the southwest tower, as it says. So yeah, there's my melon farms and stuff. My automated pumpkin farm, which I don't have enough room in my inventory to bother with that, so I'm not good. And then this is my root vegetable farm. We got carrots, potatoes, and beets. I mostly only use the carrots for breeding pigs and trading with villagers. Ditto for the potatoes, and the beets I use for cheap source of red dye. So I probably should harvest this soon. But this leads back up in the main pyramid, of course. And this is part of the same tunnel network. This has my main wheat farm. And then, of course, it leads back to the stables and the southern towers. And if you go north along this thing, basically this tunnel makes like a giant loop around the base, because this, keep going. Yeah, that's a glitch I've noticed. I don't know why, but it's like right where these things are right above my nether portal. But this goes back to the carrot and potato farm in the boat dock. But the most interesting thing is the sorry about that, in northeast tower, yeah, there it says, is when I was leveling off this hill to make this nice flat area here, which I got a bunch of zombies spawning in. Sorry, not today, Mr. Zombie. Is I happened to hear a bunch of zombie noises, and I was like, so I dug down at an angle towards the noise I heard, and I went down like 2 or 3 blocks, and I found this dungeon here. So I decided, instead of destroying the spawner after I looted the chest, which is, by the way, is how I got my beetroot initially, because there's some beet seeds in dungeon chest. I decided, like, you know what, how about instead that, you know, once I get enough glowstone, so far I only had enough to make one redstone lamp, but I have redstone wired up to all 3 of where these jack-o'-lanterns are, so once I get redstone, enough glowstone to make 3 more redstone lamps, I can just trip this lever here. Actually, I'll just go angle, you can hopefully see this, but yeah, as you can see, I flip the lever and lights go out, and then I can fight zombies to my heart's content for, you know, grinding experience. And then, of course, I keep following to the west along this north passage here underground. It takes me to Northwest Tower, but not only that, because Northwest Tower doesn't actually have like a pyramid base that it's on, because it's like inside the like double walls of both the like main base and the NPC village part of the base. So I just put a passage into the basement of the town hall, which you can see right here. Yeah, my villagers are quite safe at night from any kind of zombie attack. And then, of course, this last passage goes to the 2 northern village watchtowers. Again, this one just goes up to the tower because it doesn't have any like pyramid base facing to the outside. But this tower does have a exit to the outside, which is kind of scary because, yeah, it's like right in the middle of the dark forest area. So it's kind of way to hopefully maybe get, like, you know, drop on some mobs from behind where they expect you. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I try to label everything. And this one goes to the southeast or southwest village watchtower at the corner of the NPC village here. I came up with this wall design a while back because it's not only simple but effective at blocking off most mobs, except for spiders, which are pretty much a pushover, so I don't worry about them. It lets you have like a nice little like shooting step that you can, or fighting step, or whatever you want to call it, to stand up on. And you can just, you know, wheel away mobs with your sword. Or you can shoot at them with your bow, but whatever. I don't know why these critters all want to try. Let's see how. So then I can just collect experience and pick up any drops if I'm so inclined. This is my original pumpkin and sugarcane farms. And these are my doges. And this is the main entrance to my pyramid, which you can see got the 4 steps leading up to these sconces. It took me probably about a week of like real life time, not in-game time, but real life time, to actually build this pyramid and make it completely secure from like mobs attacking. And then took like, I've been working on this base for like over a year, interspersed with like exploring in the nether and working on my nether base and everything. But anyways, I'm not sure what I want to do next now that I got this base finished. I'm thinking about either making a run on one of the ocean monuments, well, not conquering, but fortifying and claiming an NPC village as part of the Múul alliance, or maybe trying to find that woodland mansion, or just exploring this, you know, this unexplored southwest quadrant here, seeing what I find. But the main thing is considering how big these things are, somewhere within this radius here, give or take on these maps, are all 3 end portals. So who knows, maybe I may even make an attempt at getting to the end. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Please comment if you have any suggestions about what you want to see me do next. And I'll see you next time in the Chronicles of Múul.